Inaugural, Conductor. We call it as a little piece of stage. The DK Vanji, Dr. Odeshwaji, Dr. Cyril, Mr. Nitin, Dr. Itamati, HODs, professors, and all the young innovators and disruptors here in this hall. A very warm welcome, and we're going to think we're all testing your patience, are we? Yes, sir. So I think I'll need to keep my speech very short. So, okay, I'll not take too much of your time, but I think there is, I will have to deliver a message from the government to all of you. So, but I'll keep it as short as possible. Firstly, huge congratulations to, say, BK Mohanji, Nitesh, and the entire team of Canadian Institute of Technology for the new semiconductor systems research and innovation lab at the Center of Excellence for Semiconductor. I'm extremely impressed by the management's commitment to ensure that you are innovating in India and impacting for the world. And more importantly, I'm also extremely surprised and happy and delighted to see the students' zeal and enthusiasm to think out of the box and be innovative and be the disruptors for tomorrow. What I saw just now, whether it was in your incubation centers below with the Samsung or with the Semiconductor Center of Excellence, I think there is a lot of potential to be the leaders among education institutions to ensure that we provide the next best innovators from India, from Cambridge Institute of Technology. So I think what's very impressive when we had have my team also come and see here so that we can adopt what are the best practices Cambridge is following to ensure that Cambridge Institute of Technology delivers the most enrollable graduates to the ecosystem. So anyway, how many of you over here know when was Bangalore established? Anybody? Anybody? No? Kippengoda yan batao. Kippengoda bata. Who is he? Yeah. Oh no, I know. So for those who don't know, I was just taking with Nitin that we were seeing a lot of people are from outside Karnataka also. So whenever you're going towards the airport, you see a 108 feet statue on the left hand side when you're going towards the airport. So that was Mahaprabhu Kempegowda. He was a chieftain of the Vijayanagara Empire, and he established Bengaluru as we know it today in 1537. Although Bengaluru is a more ancient city, it's like from the 9th century onwards, there we can find inscriptions of Bangalore. But more or less, it's generally agreed that it was Kempegowda, Mahaprabhu Kempegowda, who founded Bengaluru in 1537 as a small town for trade and commerce. So, if you thought, when I was hearing Dr. Koteshwar speaking, he was saying that Bangalore, Hyderabad, Gurgaon, are all these other cases that are known for technology or their entrepreneurship spirit. Actually, it is not because of technology. Entrepreneurship is already not mud. Because when Bengaluru was established, it was established as a center for trade and commerce. So he invited artisans, he invited traders, and created these small hubs of economic zones. So what you see, Akipete hota remye, Badepete hota, Upparpete hota, Chikpete hota, Lotpete hota. But what is Upparpete? Short market. What is Badepete? Bangalore market, or where they are Madurai Sabha city. Yeah, the Chickpete was a small market for daily essentials. Dotpete was for fingerprint things. Mamulpete, Gangirapete was for oil. So we have forgotten that. So we are, by the design, a trade and commerce hub. We are by design a city of entrepreneurship. It is not so. Our entrepreneurship spirit is not now. It's been burning for 500 years, which people are not realizing. So even when we were at the state of Mysore, before Karnataka, we were in the state of Mysore. So we had the Diwan of Mysore, Sir Mirza Ismail. So in 1930s, he had very famously quoted that we are very proud of the products of these factories. Mysoreans, and our Karnataka Eki Kannada ಆಗಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. So we were in the state of Mysore. So Mysoreans means Kannadigas at that time. Mysoreans, he said, Mysoreans wash themselves with Mysore soap, dye themselves with Mysore towels, clothe themselves in Mysore silks, ride Mysore horses, eat abundant Mysore food, drink Mysore coffee with Mysore sugar, equip their houses with Mysore furniture, light them with Mysore lamps, and write their letters on Mysore paper. So, before Making India came, before Atmanirbhar Bharat came, Karnataka was already working for local. So, while most of you are, I mean, of course, post 50s, the public sector units came, the ITIs, the HAs, the NAs, and these PSUs, the ITIs, the HFTs, which ensure that we become a knowledge-based society as well. So, I mean, any sector that you take, Karnataka has always been leading. Now, people are talking. I was in a conference in Mumbai for the Global FinTech Festival. I was surprised that people were talking so much about Karnataka in Mumbai, because that's when they realized that the entire banking system that we speak about now was conceptualized in Karnataka. You have a Canara Bank, Syndicate Bank, Corporation Bank, Vaisya Bank, Karnataka Bank. You have State Bank of Mysore, State Bank of part of Hyderabad. Everything has its origin here. So the entire financial banking system that you see today has been in a way as a heavy contribution from the state of Karnataka. No wonder we have the highest number of fintech startups here. So how has this happened? This has not happened only because there's a great government policy. We need to take a look at our educational landscape. So today, why are people from other states coming to Karnataka to study? It's because we have institutes like Cambridge Institute of Technology in Bangalore, in Karnataka, that are thinking out of the box for the academic council and ensuring that we deliver graduates into the workforce, employable graduates into the workforce. Take a look at our state's educational landscape. We have 234 engineering colleges. We have 70 medical colleges. We have 44 universities. We have 1,777 public and private industrial training institutions. We have CV Raman Institute, we have the Indian Institute of Science, we have the IIIT, we have the NIT, we have the Dowd-IN, we have the ISRO. So everything that fosters innovation is right here in our city. We are producing the highest number of graduates in the workforce in the country today. We did not get to be the world's fourth largest technology cluster. We're talking about technology. Just look at our how we have moved out. So in the early 90s, when somebody would say that, sorry, I'm quoting you again. You said that when in the 90s we were in the IT enabled services or the IT services. So what are the IT services? We're the call center for the world. So from being the call centers ecosystem, engineers would become call center executives. From being a call center for the world, we have moved on to being a research and development hub. From research and development hub, now we are talking about innovations. We don't have to look outside, just look right here in your campus. You are talking about a center of excellence in semiconductors. You are talking about disrupting the semiconductor industry. We are not talking about it in Silicon Valley. We are talking about here, right here in your college campus. So see how we have moved out. We are number one in Karnataka is number one in the India Innovation Index. We are number one in service exports. We are number one in foreign direct investments with inflows of close to around 38%, with 40% share. We are number one in electronics design in India. In machine tools manufacturing, we have a whopping 52% share. In aerospace and defense manufacturing, we have 65% share. Karnataka is currently exporting close to around $4.52 billion worth of electronic goods. In biotech services and bio expo, we have close to around 60% share. In renewable energy, 63% of the total installed capacity comes from renewable energy. We have 1/3 of India's tech talent, and you're adding to that. You're adding value to that. We have close to around 25,000 startups in Karnataka, and 15,000 startups are registered with the government of Karnataka. In the startup arena, we have close to around 140 accelerators and incubators in Karnataka. In the startup arena, we have 50 plus unicorns in Karnataka and 44 soon-to-be unicorns in Karnataka. The combined worth of the unicorns in India is around $347 billion, out of which $185 billion is contributed by the unicorns in Karnataka, which is more than 52%. This is the ecosystem that you are putting in. The Indian semiconductor market, that center of excellence that we just inaugurated, the market is close to about $23.2 billion in India alone, and is projected to reach around $80.3 billion by 2028. So if there's anybody here who is a first year graduate, so by the time you graduate, you'll be entering a close to $100 billion ecosystem here. And that is where you will play a big role in ensuring we as a state or we as a nation will be in the forefront of semiconductors. So we have already had this ecosystem here. We have got a fabulous ecosystem that is thriving in Karnataka, and we are slowly moving on to a fab-based ecosystem here. So we've identified semiconductor clusters in 4 places in Karnataka. That's in Belgavi, parts of Bennuru, Mysuru, and Dharwad and Hubli cluster as well. So we are the first ones to do that in India. How many of you know that Apple iPhones are assembled here in Karnataka? How many of you know that parts of iPhones are being manufactured in Karnataka? So it's taken us 7 or 8 years. So during my previous tenure as an IT minister, we ensured that Apple started their assembly unit here. And it has taken my second term to go back to Apple in Cupertino, convince them for getting the entire supply chain and ecosystem over here. Just last week, we signed, the government of Karnataka approved close to around 21,000 crores of investment from Foxconn here. And just because we did that, we are getting the entire ecosystem. We have HCF, we have Foxconn, we have Tata Electronics, we have Lab Research, we have Intel. So there is a lot of scope here. And how will we get all these things together is only when government and institutes like Cambridge partner together. So what is it that the government of Karnataka is doing that the other governments are not doing is, we are listening to you. The other governments might not, I'm not sure what they're doing, but definitely they're not listening. But the government of Karnataka is listening, and we have ensured that we do 4 or 5 very important things. Number 1, we want as a state, we have a great appetite for human resource. Believe me or not, America ಹೋಗಿದೆ. I had gone to the Silicon Valley. We had close to around, I was there for around 10 days or so. We had, together, we and the Minister of Industries, we had close to 70 to 80 or 4 meetings. We met Apple, we met Juniper Networks, we met AMD, we met Intel, we met, name the chip manufacturing companies, we met everybody in their headquarters. So in 6 days, I finished around 48 to 50 meetings. And in every boardroom that I stepped into, they asked one thing, that we are looking at India. In India, we are looking at Karnataka, and in Karnataka, we are looking at Bengaluru to ensure that our company can. And our company tells me that in the next 1 year, America needs 1 million chip designers. And the only ecosystem that can deliver 1 million engineers in this sector is Karnataka only. No other state can do it. So what are we doing? We are ensuring that we give better skill sets. So we have created this skill advisory committee, which will ensure that our graduates become the most employable graduates in the world. I am no longer catering to the Indian ecosystem. I am no longer catering to the Asian ecosystem. Me as a government of Karnataka, I am catering to the global ecosystem. We, through this skill advisory committee, we are going to ensure that we have the right industry partners, we have the right skill sets for you. So tomorrow, if a graduate or if an engineer who is studying here wants to learn something in aeronautics or aerospace or marine biotech, or you want to do something in chip designing, we will ensure that you have the right skills along with the academics that you are learning here. So this kind of disruption is something that nobody is doing. So we are heavily concentrated and heavily investing in skills, number one. Number two, we ourselves are running centers of excellence. So you'll be quite surprised that government of Karnataka has centers of excellence in deep tech, IoT, cybersecurity, agri-innovation and data science, aerospace, semiconductor fabrics, machine intelligence, robotics and animation. We also have a center of excellence for efficiency and augmentation. And by this financial year, that is by March, I will also be creating centers of excellence for health science, medical devices, manufacturing, automobile technology, wireless and wireless products, biotech, foundry and accelerator, and also we will be adding India's first gaming accelerator as well. So these centers of excellence will nurture leadership, they will nurture innovations, they will nurture IPs, and they will nurture startups that will be global leaders tomorrow. So this also we will be doing along with the industry. The third and most important thing that we are doing is we have created a global innovation alliance. Let's say you have created something in your Samsung startup incubation center in Cambridge, and that product needs to be, has the potential in the European Union or in the American markets. The government of Karnataka has tied up with 33 countries, and through our startup cell, we are going to ensure that you get networking access, marketing access, probably even your first flight abroad. So if you're thinking of just innovating for India, stop it. You can actually innovate for the world, and the government of Karnataka is going to help you sell that product or market that product for you in the global area as well. So these global innovation alliances will help us propel, will give you market access. So there was this company, security, it's called what's it called? Touchless ID. So they're into security there without any biometrics, without any of this thing. They use some security analytics to identify the person. And since they're registered with our startups, and they wanted access to the German market. So we spoke to the German embassy, ensured that because of our tie-up with the city of Düsseldorf, they got an opportunity to network with German companies there. Now they've set up a small office in the city of Düsseldorf, which was a startup which was now in Bangalore, who has an office now in Germany, and now instead of catering only to the German market, they also catering to the entire European Union. So this kind of disruption is also something that the government of Karnataka is doing. Number 4, we are also heavily concentrating on a new public procurement policy, because I always say that government policies play catch up to technology. So our policies are not as forward as how technology is evolving. So how many of you know that rent bus? Do you use rent bus? It's illegal. Do you use Ola? Uber? Do you use? Use what they are? Other than illegal. As per my policy, right? As per the government of India and government of Karnataka's policy, all these things are illegal because my policy does not state anything on aggregation of vehicles, does not state anything on aggregating on seat sharing of ride sharing of the vehicle. So it's not the fault of the technology company, it's the fault of government that we are not able to play catch up with the policy. So that is why we are coming up with the public procurement policy, wherein if there is any innovation that needs to be tested within the government for a pilot, and if it is being done by an incubation center of any college in Karnataka, or if you're a startup registered with the startup cell, we will give you an opportunity to become your first customers also. So imagine there is an innovation that has happened here, or there's a product that's happened in Cambridge, and you actually want to test it within the government arena. We'd be more than happy to adopt it, test it for you, and tell whether it works or not. So this again is a very, very disruptive thing which no other government is doing. So basically, the point I'm trying to make here is that along with institutes like Cambridge, the government of Karnataka is also thinking on similar lines. We are focusing on skilling. We are focusing on centers of excellence which will foster innovations. We are focusing on trying to get you access to the international market. Plus, we are also trying to ensure that we become your first customer so that no innovation dies because of lack of validation. So these are some of the important things that the government of Karnataka is doing, only for the fact that the startup's journey is a very difficult one. Being an entrepreneur is an extremely difficult task, and they say that you cannot discover new oceans unless you have the courage to lose sight of the shore. And the government of Karnataka's intention is simply clear that where you leave the shore, until you find the new lands, we want to be beside you to help you find them. So we are trying to tell you what we do, but we would definitely be beside you through our policies, through our funding, through our mechanisms that will ensure that our graduates are not only the most employable ones, but also become innovators and entrepreneurs for tomorrow. So why not bore you more? Lastly, I would like to congratulate the team of Synopsys Incorporated to partner with Cambridge Institute of Technology in setting up this extremely important center of excellence for semiconductors. I'm sure your leadership in silicon design and verification stand at the forefront of technological advancement, and your contribution to this initiative will amplify and accelerate the entire ecosystem, in the educational ecosystem for the government as well. And also big congratulations to the entire team of Cambridge Institute of Technology for the splendid work that you have been doing, for thinking out of the box, and also for leading from the front, wherein trying to be as disruptive as possible to ensure that your students get the best possible opportunity to be the entrepreneurs for tomorrow, to be the disruptors for tomorrow, to be the innovators for the global ecosystem tomorrow. Big congratulations to you, and my very best wishes to the entire team of Cambridge here. And of course, lastly, my best wishes to all the young students over here. You really we are, the government of Karnataka is heavily dependent on you to move forward. Because if you want to maintain the leadership status in technology, in science, in research, it's people like you who will be propelling us there, and the government of Karnataka will ensure that we provide you with the right policies, the right schemes for you to disrupt the ecosystem for not just Karnataka, just not for the nation, for the world as well. Because I have also very strong opinion that if you build a strong ecosystem in Karnataka, the nation progresses automatically. So the Karnataka has always been the anchor for scientific temperament, has been the anchor for innovations and inventions. We have always been the anchor for progress for the nation. And I'm sure that a lot of you over here, with the kind of exposure you're getting here in this particular institute, will be inspiring enough for you to lead sting also from the fund. So my best wishes to all of you, and thank you so much for your attention. Thank you.